what better way to do it than with a world champ hitting the lineup, Adriano de Souza, winning the title in 2015. He's up against Kanoa Igarashi, and the winner of the trials here at Cloudbreak, Tevita Gukilau. A couple of big buzzer beater heats leading up to this clash. Adriano, coming off the back of his best result so far this season, has a look at a float there on the inside and wisely opts out of completing that manoeuvre. I think not that he was afraid to complete that turn, but just looking down the line beyond that manoeuvre, there wasn't too much on offer. And he'll look to sneak into a wide one here. Just setting up a high line to set up a big backhand blast to get started. Didn't really kind of tee off on the lip the way he would have liked though. And he gets out of there.
Well, you can see a pretty sharp angle. It's straight in the southwest swell direction, so...
Bit of a checkered history. But could turn on at any time. De Souza, as we now see, Kanoa Igarashi. His first performance here at the CT level. He kicks it off with a big backhand blast. Almost loses it. Just regaining control in order to really finish this wave off. It's going to fade out.
That's going to cost him. I like the commitment. He went big for that first maneuver, but the fact that he had to kind of roll up the windows and recover from that first snap, the judges will make him pay for it a bit. At the end of the day, I don't think he's going to be holding on to that for his top two, which can be costly. You know, sometimes it goes quiet out here for 5-10 minutes at a time, so you want to take advantage when you get a nice wave like this. Again, great choice. I like the way he was aggressive and threw it up there right into the heftiest part of the wave. But a little unfortunate that wave fizzled. See, as soon as that wall laid down, there was nothing left in it.
Ball line, he should re-qualify.
That's a huge difference. I mean, let me see, it looks like Adriano found himself one.
De Souza drives into that first section. Bit of tail release there, but he will get caught behind here. He jumps out. Just under 28 minutes to go. You wanted to say something about Kanoa?
At high, kind of rippable cloud break, and all of a sudden, in the next round, you'll find yourself an 8-foot, kind of crazy death-defying waves.
Well, here goes Tevita tucking into the tube. And he's not going to come out of that one, but you can see he's got a lot of local support here. Adriano's going to have a look at this one. He's going to drive around the section into this first turn. Huge fan of spray coming off the rail from that opening maneuver. And now he's just waiting for another opportunity again. Bangs his board through the lip. But not too much opportunity. Still, it should be the best ride of the heat. Bit of a shuffling on the draw when Joel Parkinson withdrew from the event due to injury, as we see the replay of Adriano's last wave. He faced some different rivals. Do you think that changes a surfer's mindset in the lead up to their first heat?
It certainly can. You know, sometimes you can settle in your head of kind of the brand of surfing, how aggressive you might want to be against someone else, and then you have to switch it up if that name changes. But what a first turn there from Adriano. How's the spray? That went way past the horizon, throwing some buckets.
5.5. Kanoa Igarashi now chasing just a 3.84. Tevita's in need of a 7 to get himself into the lead.
Yeah, thanks so much, boys. Well, the energy was pretty subdued this morning before boatloads of people pretty much arrived just for the wildcards here, Tevita. You can hear how audible they get when Tevita does stand up. It looks like he's up and riding at the moment, Ronnie, so let's see what the wildcard has for us. He goes up to float and everyone is going berserk as he lays into another carving maneuver. It seems like this is the final. It is only round one, but Tevita is going mad and he's out of that one. So you can see no more subdued energy. This is happening right now. Everyone is stokey behind him, so it's cool to see.
Sure is. Well, just over 17 minutes to go, and Ross, take us through this replay.
Well, that's the one thing that, you know, it's actually kind of common to see a wild card. Sometimes they're not as tack sharp on which wave to catch. You know, they can just want to maybe get the ball rolling too early and you know, making sort of a bad choice in waves there. So as you mentioned, Ronnie, hopefully he can be a little more brainy and make sure he gets himself on a set wave.
Good look into the tube from the outset. These waves finish right in front of the tower as Tevita looks to take the lead here. And the Nomoto crew making plenty of noise for their boy. And I mean, that's the beauty of the local trials, Ross. It gets the entire community invested in the contest. It's obviously a huge ambition for local surfers to grow up and compete in a trials event and perhaps get an opportunity at the CT level.
It's big, it's huge. You know, you get $9,000 just for getting into this event. So right out of the gates, you know, this is a winner. But I like what I'm seeing from him. You know, his style's nice, technique is great. You know, it looks like he can get barreled as good as anyone. So if he can have find a rhythm with the ocean and find a couple of set waves, he could take it out.
Quality waves, 6.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Adriano can convert this one into something decent. Great first turn. Smooth through those bottom turns and just belts that section before the wave shuts down. So 3 maneuvers. Should be a pretty solid score.
I'm in love with the rhythm on that wave. It seemed like every time Adriano bottom turned, he was synced up perfectly with a lip that was begging to be smacked. So 3 really nice backhand snaps her from Adriano to Souza. What does he need? Just a 2.67, so that is nothing. And he's going to be way in the lead. Small wave, so I give credit for Adriano, not falling in love with the idea of catching a set wave. Just get something. Love that second maneuver. This is the best one though. Very crisp, whips it up there at 12 o'clock. So it should be at least in that middle of the road range, high fives, maybe even a 6.5, something like that.
A couple of lines approaching here, and it is going to be De Souza taking this first wave. Was with third priority, so happy to have a look at it. Tevita has his pick of the sets out there at the moment, and he's swinging on this one deep. He's going to pull into the barrel. He's got a good line through this tube, but just on the wrong side of the foam ball there, and he goes down.
For a second there, I thought maybe Tevita would break through, but made a bit of a mistake stalling right at the top of that barrel, and that was a quick one. He really needed to step on the gas and get a big pump into that barrel.
Time ticking by, 2.5 minutes to go. Let's check out the heat recap. Adriano De Souza chipped away at a couple of insiders before picking off this ride. Big turn there, 5.5 for this wave, Ross.
I mean, really just that one big turn, 5.5. He threw a lot of spray. That went through the screen. Just a bit of the bobble there as he finishes that wave off. So I think, you know, it's kind of funny when you come into these heats, you're expecting a certain level of waves, and all of a sudden you have to adjust. You have to be flexible and get your grinder's hat on. For a minute there, we were thinking, whoa, okay, Tevita, maybe he has the goods to take this heat out with a couple of, you know, decent scores. He had a 4.77 for a while there, Ronnie. He had the lead. But then taking care of business right here, 3 swift backhand cracks, got himself a 6.23, Ron.
Super composed performance on that ride from last year's world champ to earn the highest single score of the heat, 6.3, got himself back in front. Well, it looks like Kanoa's going to run out of time to get a crack at the 7.56. Tevita's going to finish in second spot. Adriano De Souza, he was in second position for a while there, but his composure paid off in a big way in the final stages. Nabbed a 6.23, a heat score total of 11.73.